Hello, it's good to be able to share this video with you all. For my term project, I studied the Hunger Games trilogy, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I chose it because I thought I could go with a lot of different theories, but in the end, I chose to study it with the priestly voice and analyze it with that in mind. My thesis statement was says this. Different authorities in Suzanne Collins' trilogy, The Hunger Games, attempt to convince citizens of Panem what is right and what is wrong, implying that people respond to and submit themselves to priestly voices. So as I analyzed it, I saw that there were many different priestly voices that were all fighting for Katniss Everdeen's attention. One of them obviously was President Snow, and how he was trying to use his position of power as the president to influence Katniss to follow the rules and go into the games, kill everyone. Another priestly voice was her mentor, Haymitch, who was had priestly voice for Katniss and Peeta, but not necessarily priestly voice for everyone else. But because he was a victor and had that experience, he had wisdom that was very valuable to them. So Haymitch was able to make Katniss do things that she didn't want to do, by influencing her to act kinder, not be as stubborn, things like that. And eventually, Katniss Everdeen herself turned into one of the strongest influences in the entire trilogy. She kind of led the rebellion in the last book, became the Mockingjay. But analyzing it, I figured that Katniss was not a priestly voice, rather a bardic, just because the things that she stood for and were saying were not necessarily they were not elite, what's the word, culture. They were not elite culture, but they're more popular culture. She was more just speaking for the people. She was saying things that people already knew and already felt. So I figured Katniss Everdeen, even though became one of the largest influences in the entire trilogy, in the end really was a bardic voice. And obviously Katniss overcomes the priestly voice by not killing everyone, threatening to kill herself, and then leading the rebellion. So implications that I found, I figured the people in the Capitol, they're not all evil and terrible and enjoy watching teenagers kill each other, but they are under the influence of priestly voice, and because they lack education on what life is like outside of the Capitol and what the Capitol is really doing to all of its citizens, they don't know any better. And I just apply that to today. When people aren't as educated on political or world issues, they just rely on priestly voices to tell them what to think, tell them what is right, what is wrong. People will just be attached to their political party, and even if they don't necessarily know what is happening in a particular issue, they'll just follow what their leaders will tell them to do. So that's what I figured out in my research, and it's a lot of fun. Thanks.